Disclaimer: the story contains themes of abuse, violence, bullying, trauma, death, and references and discussions about suicide, as well as having NSFW content sometimes. We are obviously not going to go to that NSFW, but if any of these themes trigger you, please advance with caution. Okay? And if you go read on your own, I better not get in trouble. Okay? Okay. Hello everybody and welcome back to Memoir. I'm your host Will, and this is...
A stranger.
No, it isn't. It feels very strange if after over a year of us recording together, we're still strangers to each other. And as always, in Violet Memoir, there's Miss May. Hello, Miss May.
Hi.
Yippee. Last episode, we finally met everyone. I just looked at the phone and saw that there's a picture of Oscar and Wallace. Hi, picture of Oscar and Wallace. I see that your finger is already hovering over the delete button, so go ahead and do that.
No!
What do you mean, no? Okay. Did you say this line?
Fuck, I don't remember!
Then say it again.
Maybe we should discuss the project.
Everyone turns to him like he's insane. Doesn't falter for a second.
How about we do the thing we're supposed to work on? It's been an hour and we've done...
Good job. Very proud of you.
Maybe I shouldn't have done a tiny recording session before all this.
Ah, train that vocal endurance, bestie.
How about we do the thing we're supposed to work on? It's been an hour and we've got nothing.
Right, sorry, things just got a bit out of hand.
She sits up straighter and her hands are constantly dogs. I don't think her gestures don't mean anything in particular. She's just very excitable from what I've gathered. Yeah, I also do hand gestures. Doesn't hurt to be enthusiastic. In fact, I think your enthusiasm is exactly what we need.
So, what exactly is this group project on? You said some of us know. Did only some of us get the memo, or... Huh, Violet Memoir.
Oh!
The Violet Memoir!
No, the Violet Memoir is in his diary, obviously. It's Violet and everything. It's on the...
Oh, now I
that's
get
Lily.
it.
Hi, hello.
It's on the online guide to the class. Barely anyone checks it though, so he's just going to go over it tomorrow, probably.
I didn't get any kind of email about that.
It's not emailed. There's a student database you can log into, which has a bunch of information for your classes on blah blah. My dyslexia is very showing.
Fine.
It's not emailed. There is a student database you can log on to, which has a bunch of information on for your classes on, as well as your schedule and grades.
Oh, that. I didn't know it had information for the classes themselves.
Don't worry, most of us are freshmen here, so it's not expected that we'll know much about it.
I'm a senior.
Congratulations, I guess.
Senior citizen.
Oscar sounds smug and leans back in the chair, swinging backwards on it. In fact, he's swinging back way too far. I'm about to stop him when I see he's supporting himself with his tail. Knew otter tails were strong, but I didn't think they were that strong.
And you're taking a basic first year class? Isn't that kind of sad?
Wait, aren't you a junior? I probably shouldn't bring though.
Yeah. I never did all my general classes, and this one seemed pretty fun. I thought we were just gonna be watching movies and shit, though. We're not in high school anymore. So, the subject for the project.
Go drink some water. Lay sounds like he's getting actually annoyed at this point. It's not super obvious, but there's a frustrated sigh under it.
Right, so since this class is about communication of information through media, we're doing a group project on presenting information about sensitive topics. He wants us to pick a tragic event from last year and do a tasteful presentation of what happened, the effects the media had on the event, and its perception by the public, and lastly how the media could have handled it better.
Sounds tedious. Also, should a university student really be judging whether or not the media could have handled a situation better? We're not exactly experts. Experienced.
Even professionals can completely fail at their jobs sometimes.
No, that's a little mean, Ed. Everyone makes mistakes. No need to blow up at him, right?
Right, sorry, that came out a little harsher than I intended.
Everything seems to make sense so far. Though there's one thing I'm curious about. So, why only from last year?
Why does he look so terrified when he's asking that question?
Oh, trust me, the air that is not terrified.
Wallace looks so terrified in that. I mean, just look at him. Like, damn.
Oh, right, yes, you said it line D.
I did not say that line.
You did not say the line. Oops.
No, I was waiting for Pikamain to stop talking.
Sorry.
It mentioned that anything older than that is no longer considered sensitive.
What about this year?
Well, he said it would fit, but it might be a bit tasteless doing it that close to the event. He'd rather restrict it to having at least some amount of time pass.
Should just let us do our own presentation on older events. Surely he can't expect a class filled with mostly late teenagers to be tactful.
I'm assuming that's what the Wednesday classes are. So, he can help us out.
I guess.
Looking over at the fox, he seems rather fidgety. Really fidgety. It's not like yesterday where he looked really upset. He looks really nervous. Everything okay?
Huh? Yeah, sorry. I haven't done a project or presentation for a long time. How long? I love doing group stuff. Presenting, not so much. Don't get me wrong, I love the attention. Just not the talking about school stuff part. The group itself is real fun. Let's go, get to hang out with all the bros. Uh-huh. And gals, too.
Gives Lily a nod, which is almost sickeningly cheesy, but she has this bright smile on her face and giggles a bit too.
In a group of boys, and it takes this long for me to get some attention. Looks like college guys really are more mature.
No, they're just gay. How long?
Sorry,
is...
Lily, we're just gay.
It's men.
Men.
How long is a long time?
Normally happens right when they are.
No, I'm meaning for Lucas's group presentation.
Oh,
For a second, I worry I might have made her upset, but when I look at her, got a bit of a smile on her face. Suddenly, I glanced over at Lucas, and he was firming and comfortable, trying to avoid looking at it.
6, if we don't count this year.
Wait, you haven't done one since middle school?
Yeah.
How?
I got homeschooled for most of high school.
what about the rest of college? You don't exactly seem like a freshman.
I just avoided classes which had them. But not this one.
His deep voice startles me. He is much too quiet for a guy's. Got a rather curious look on his face, and it's only now I noticed he got a book in front of him, open and shutting down the only other person with anything is Oscar, and he hasn't touched them since I arrived. No one else has anything with them. Not even Lily, who... He's... very dead. I can't help but wonder if he and Lucas switched personalities up.
This was more of a last-minute decision. I wanted a gen ed class that'll increase my GPA. I didn't think media communications class would have a presentation or require attendance. None of my other classes have had required attendance. I'm 99% sure that in Sweden, in college, there is required attendance, because in order to get money from the state or the government for going to school, you have to have proof that you're actually attending to classes. Otherwise, you might be in some be in some trouble.
Yes.
Trouble as in you have to pay the government back money.
Damn! Oi, bitch, you forgot your class. Give us money.
Yeah, kinda. Although it's fine if you're sick or have to leave for a bit.
Yeah.
As long as you let them know, it's probably not gonna be too terrible. As long as you let them know in advance, so they know not to give you any money that you don't have any rights to.
Yippee.
Yeah. I say government, but it's actually like CSN. Sorry.
Yeah, classes with group projects kinda have to, or else it screws everyone else over, you know?
Lucas deflates and flops down onto the table at that, his chin resting in his arms. He's calmed down. A lot more talkative than I mean, always standoffish, but he implied that he wouldn't talk much. Then again, only complaining in. And we're pressuring him. In actuality, I'm just surprised at how expressive he is. So, what exactly are we doing on our project on?
Well, that's what I was hoping we could decide on. Today, I mean. Might give us a head start for tomorrow.
Did you have any ideas where we start? I'm all for jumping on this. Don't get me wrong. I'm just not gonna be a lot of help. I'm not much for waiting for things that'll kill my vibe. Fuck.
Yeah, I don't avoid news to that degree, but I will admit, I can't remember.
Neither can I.
I can't remember anything from any year. I look. That's a lie. Anyway, I look over at Lei, the other joining me as well, but it only gives.
Well, there are all the shootings. That's an easy topic. I don't know about that one, bro.
Yeah, that's a little too morbid for me. With kids, it's just too sad.
Yeah, makes sense. Well, for more local stuff, there's those German tourist twins who drowned in the lake outside the city. Oh god. That mother of three who died in that big pile up in the highway. That Lawson girl murder-suicide. That massive scandal where that rich guy, Gregory something, was found to be abusing his wife and kids.
Something in there catches my straighten up.
That's rather dark. You sure know a lot about this.
My parents made me watch the news every night while I live with them, and whenever I visit. These are just the memorable ones from the summer break.
Sorry, but what's this about a Lawson girl?
Man, even I know this one.
Yeah, it was pretty big.
Shake my head.
Not familiar either. So, a student who was going here for a while suddenly just killed a bunch of her friends. After she got arrested, she killed herself in jail before the night was over. I think I even ran into the guy who died at some point. He was on the football team, but he used the gym here instead of the near football field. Yeah, it was my sophomore year here. It was all over the news. My apartment building got locked down and everyone was questioned, apparently. Questioned. Apparently, she lived there.
That definitely makes me feel uneasy. One coincidence was enough, but it was definitely suspicious. Was her name Helena Lawson by any chance?
Yeah. Did you know her?
I think she lived in my room. I found her diary there. Here's across the table per carpet that everyone but Lay is leaning forward to more intense interest now. Blossom looks just confused at all the
Seriously? The police would have taken it, right? For evidence?
Where was it?
It was under the night. It was hidden under the
Yeah.
nightstand. Guess they didn't check under the bottom drawer.
What did you find it in? How did you find it under the bottom drawer?
Just keep flickering in the others. Likely still confused at their enthusiasm, but he's at least joining the conversation again. Went to put my stuff in it and got stuck. Ended up pulling the whole thing out by accident.
Wrecking property on the first day? Maybe you belong in a frat. I can try and pull some strings to get you in mine.
I'd rather stay 10 feet away from you.
I've heard too much about frats. I don't know.
I haven't heard anything about frauds.
Good.
Look on his face is full of amusement and that big grin. It's very out of place for this part of a topic, but I think he's just... I didn't break anything. I can fine. Did find her diary.
Do you have it on you? Right now, I mean.
No, it's on my desk and I need it.
Oh, no, don't feel bad. I didn't mean to make you feel bad. Just thought it'll be cool if you did. Bring it on Wednesday. Seems like the perfect topic for us.
Wouldn't the police want it? I don't want to spoil your kid's fun, but isn't that evidence for in a murder? Aren't you a freshman? Pretty sure I'm older than you. Not that I dislike a nickname. I can call you Smiley if you want instead. The kiss was more for them anyway.
Lay gestures to Lucas himself. Fox ignores him and gives her a...
They shut the case. They found a motive and all the information they needed, and with her dead, there wasn't much need to collect more.
That's fairly cool. About it?
What? That she's dead? She killed 3 people. Hard to have sympathy for her. I'd have more sympathy with a dumpster behind my apartment.
This seems like a pretty silly thing to be getting into an argument over. How about we rest up on this? Looks like we got an idea down and we even got a first-hand account from someone involved.
There's a gloomy look to her and sadness in her eyes. I understand Lucas having no sympathy for her, but she was a person too, wasn't she? Good job.
I was hoping for things to go longer. Didn't really hang out much. Hasn't it been an hour or something? How long have they been hanging out in the library?
Yes.
Fuck!
Well, I did plan for us to get some food afterwards. That offer is still on the table if you guys want it.
Hell yeah! We're all in! Let's go! Wait, meathead. You can't just get to decide for all of us. Well, are there any objections from the crowd?
Master doesn't seem willing to wait though. He's already getting up and stretching. Conscious at how long I've been sitting down for too.
Fine with me. I got a few hours before my sister will be home from school.
Master is looking at me expectantly. Blue eyes stand out on his brown fur, shimmering with so much. In fact, yeah, sure. I think that'll be fun. I look towards Lucas, fidgeting with his ears, nervously giggling. She's definitely reveling in.
Fine. Sure. Whatever. Just... No, we're too busy. Please. Oh, his voice cracks in the end. Fuck. Fine. Sure. Whatever. Just... No, we're too busy. Please.
Oh my god, that was so cute!
That was perfect!
I thought it was so good! Everything's fine. I'm okay. His voice cracks at the end, a blush beginning to seep through his fur again. Our eyes meet, and he quickly looks away towards the wall, pound on his face. It's so silly and adorable. I wouldn't be able to stop myself from smiling even if I wanted to.
Yes! Don't worry. I know a cute little place we can go. Come on, come on!
He looks like he's about to drag the rest of us out, so I quickly slip out from my chair as well. Lucas and Lily take a few more seconds to follow. I'm a little unsure about leaving the topic of the diaries. There's still stuff I wanted to talk about, but it doesn't seem like it's time for it. I shouldn't stress. No rush. We can talk about it in class tomorrow. And then he died.
Yay!
The end. Falling onto my bed. I can't help but let up. Actually. Nope, it hasn't passed the 30-minute mark. Haha. Falling onto my bed. I can't help but a little sigh. Happy sigh. My fur is still pretty damp from the shower, but I feel so enveloped in warmth that it doesn't matter for the moment. Cool air blows through my open window, and the draft feels both soothing and uncomfortable. Chill wind feels like icy fingers running through my arms and neck. I get up close and close it before another gust blows in. Pajamas aren't cozy enough to outweigh my wet fur. On my way back to my bed, however, something catches my attention out of the corner of my eye. On the desk is the purple book I threw there last night. Curiosity wells within me again. I'll need to bring it for tomorrow anyway, and we're literally doing a project on it too, so it'll be all in our best interest for me to read it, right? The fact that I'm having to find an excuse to read it makes the guilt in my stomach grow larger. This is someone's private property. I shouldn't read it without permission, but before I know it though, I'm right next to the chair, front of the desk. I guess it couldn't hurt to get a bit of a heads up on what we're going to be working on. For my own sake and theirs. Here goes nothing. And here goes the end of the episode.
The end of the episode.
Stop! I'm not predictable, Pikamain. Go away. Ugh. You're so annoying.
I know, and I love it.
You're gay. Anyway,
Uh-huh.
I hope that you enjoyed this episode, and if you did, like, comment, and subscribe to any listening to any order, I don't really mind. And if the content on my channel wasn't enough to satisfy you, can go over to Pikamain's channel.
Where we also do some visual novel readings, and I also annoy Will because it's funny.
Yes. It just seems like it. And if you are more of May, haha, you can't. May is a Wilted Petals exclusive character. And
I love being a character.
why do you think I like voice acting? Anyway,
You get to be someone else that isn't you?
yes. I get to be someone else that has some characteristics that are close to me, but yet thinks differently.
Oh!
Anyway, and I hope that I get to see you on the next episode, but even if I don't, I hope that you have a lovely rest of your day. Bye-bye!
Bye-bye.